Hey all, welcome to ShareTrick. This is Raj here. Let us take a quick look at what's happening with the indices and try to see if we can make any sense of what's happening, what's going to happen in the market today. And it's going to be a smaller video. I'm not going to go into too much of detail. I'll just look at the indices and take a very cursory look at the market movers and genomics. That's all. I'm trying to keep it at the most of 10 minutes. That's all. So let's get started. So here we are in our TradingView platform, and I'm looking at the Nasdaq futures right now. And as you can see, the Nasdaq futures has gone above the bull flag. So it's looking pretty bullish right now. RSI is almost overbought. So tomorrow we have to be a bit careful. Also, friends, we are approaching Friday. And as we keep on approaching Friday, there could be a short squeeze which might accentuate this bullishness. So Monday could be a bitter surprise. So we have to be very, very careful. So that's a note of caution that I would like to tell you all, because as you can see here, RSI is overbought. And I'm going to draw a line out here to show where RSI stopped last time. It was out here. So we could potentially go all the way up here, but there is no guarantee. We could even bounce back from 70 and start consolidating. But in any event, I am expecting us to be above this diagonal line of resistance, which has now become a diagonal line of support going forward. Another strong bullish factor here is that all the four simple moving averages are supporting the Nasdaq future, so it's looking good. Let's go on next to quickly look at the indicators, and US oil is continuing to go up. It's got the support of all the moving averages, so it's looking very strong, and there's plenty of room for the RSI to go up. The only catch out here is that the MACD is bearish, but it's again moving towards the signal line. So US oil has a potential of going higher. But then, friends, as I mentioned, we have a range of consolidation within which it moves, and it has been moving within that consolidation range all the way from 17th of November. So we still have some protection out there. Let's look at QQQ. QQQ has broken off from the bull flag, and it's gone on the upper side. It has still got opportunities to move further. You see these diagonal green and red lines that I have drawn here. I was just trying to see if there is any bullish divergence out there. I do not see any significant bullish divergence. It's just minor right now, but even that goes away when I adjust it for today's results. So there is no bullish divergence or anything in the QQQ at this point of time. The way I can see, it's very, very minor. So we have to be careful going forward. S&P 500, let me adjust this line out here. And if I look at the momentum and the share price, there is not much of a divergence out there, and we are still within a kind of cone that we have out here. Actually, I would revert it back to the bull flag earlier. So we have broken above the bull flag, and we have this bullish channel which is going to give us support. This is looking good. There is plenty of room for RSI to go over. And if I was to look at Russell Index, Russell Index again has stayed above this bullish line of support. It's bounced off the bullish line. It has bounced off the bullish line of support, and it's looking pretty good. And there's plenty of room for the RSI to go up. And I'm just going to adjust this line. I'm going to move it out here. Just to contrast, the price fall in Russell Index has been much faster than the drop in momentum. And therefore, I think that there is a bit of a bullish divergence out here. Russell Index looks stronger. Dow Jones Industrial Average has broken out of the diagonal, out of the bullish pennant that we have out here. And it's right now struggling against the resistance at 341.37. The momentum is looking pretty good, and the MACD is also positive. So we should see some support out here from all the four simple averages. And I'm looking at Dow Jones and thinking that it's looking positive. It's looking strong out here. If you look at VIX, the VIX has been falling significantly, and it's already below 18.5 cent, which is why I just posted a video with swing trading idea for DNA. You can check out the video. It has been posted along with this at the same time. And I do not see any divergences out here. It's looking pretty decent to me in terms of divergence. There is nothing out there. But I think the VIX is on a downward trend. And that's good for the overall indices. Let's quickly take a look at the technologies. Microsoft was down 1.05% yesterday, but it's still on a bull channel, and we have got a bullish harami formed out here. No, not at all. Sorry, my mistake. So there was a small red doji candle yesterday, and today we have a green candle. We have ended above yesterday's main range, but still within the shadow of yesterday's price action. There is plenty of room for the RSI to go up. MACD is a bit bearish. Let us look at Apple. Apple is up 1.39%, and it's looking pretty good out here on the charts because it has got support from all the 4 moving averages, and RSI has plenty of room to move up. And also our MACD is moving towards the signal line to cross over to the bullish side. So it's looking good. Apple is looking good as compared to Microsoft. Amazon is looking great at this point of time. And we have plenty of room for RSI to go up, and MACD is closing in on the signal line to cross over to the bullish side. So I think let me remove these artifacts from the chart from here. I had drawn that line to show a trend reversal out here last time. So it's looking pretty good. All the 4 moving averages are supporting it. Amazon is also looking strong. Google is also looking pretty strong out here. Though the momentum has not yet crossed to become above average, Google still needs to put a little more efforts. It doesn't have the support of all 4 simple averages. Instead, it has just got support from 3 simple averages, and the 50-day simple average is kind of becoming a resistance out here. We have also converted one of the resistance from before into a support. So I'm going to mark this green, so that we know that it's a support. So it seems to me like all the major index movers are all set up and ready to push the indices up. There could also be, as I mentioned, short squeeze going on, as a result of which share prices are going up. Let's quickly look at Genomics, and Invitae was the best performer by far, and let us see if there is any new news out there. There is nothing out here other than the $50 million that they prepaid. So this is a good sign. They have converted one of their resistance into a support. So I'm going to mark that as a support. Still, the 3 moving averages are suppressing it. PSEV has done very well with 7.8% growth, but 50-day simple moving average, which is the orange line out here, is still providing a resistance. And it is still within the bull flag. It is moving upwards, and I'm expecting it to break through on the upper side because momentum is already positive, above average, and MACD is also bullish. SQZ Biotech is up 6.33%, and it has touched 0.81, and it still has got the NASDAQ notice that it has to deal with. So just be careful with that, my friends. And let's look at DNA. DNA is up 5.20% from at the close of trading yesterday. And it has got the support of 2 moving averages, but the 50-day simple moving average and the diagonal line of resistance from a bear channel are both providing a big resistance to it, whereas support is coming in from 1.82. As I published a swing trading idea out here, anything bought close to 1.64 can be sold to close to 1.8, and a tidy profit can be made. And this is, as you can see, the diagonal line out here on the RSI as compared to the diagonal line on the price action. So I think there is a bullish action available for DNA, and it's supposed to move up. That said, let us look at Bio-Nano Genomics. It's also looking good, but it still has to gain momentum. CRISPR Therapeutics has gained 2.56%. It has converted one of the resistances into a support on its way up, and it's just about crossed over the average momentum. So it's slightly above average, but MACD is still bearish. And there is a resistance which is at 52.13. I'm going to make this line a bit thick so you can see it in your smaller devices. Now let us look at Intelia. It was up 2.45%, and momentum is just above average, and MACD is still bearish. We have support from 3 of the moving averages. The 200-day moving average is still a resistance. The next resistance is at 43.64 for this share. And also we have another resistance here which I need to draw right now. This is another resistance I can see here at 42.11. Let's look at Beam next. MACD is bearish and momentum is just touched average. The stock is looking good in terms of the 3 consecutive green candles, but it still has got resistance from the 50-day and the 200-day simple moving average, and it also has resistance from a diagonal line of support of a previous bull channel. So I'm going to mark that red. So it has to break through all these things. So there is plenty of headwinds for Beam. Eritas was up 2.27%. It has got support from 3 moving averages, but the 200-day moving average is the next constraint. Momentum is above average, but MACD has to cross over to the bullish side. That said, Allogene is looking good at 1.83% gain. It still has resistance from the 50-day and the 200-day simple moving average, and the momentum is just about average, but MACD still has to pick up. So I don't think Allogene is as strong as it should be, but right now it's looking a bit positive. Illumina is up 0.57%, and it has created a red candle out here. We have to carefully watch what happens tomorrow, because momentum, even though above average, is flat and MACD is bullish. We need to see a green candle out here, or else we would potentially see a trend reversal signal here, which should not be a good thing. Fate Therapeutics was up 0.32%, but I don't have much to say about Fate Therapeutics today because the chart looks weak. And if I look at Bluebird Bio has reversed yesterday's decline and put on a little bit more, but all the 4 moving averages are pressing it down. It's looking very weak on the chart. And if you look at Caribou Biosciences, it has stayed static, and it's being pushed down by all the 4 moving, all the 4 simple average. And we also have the 10-day simple average pushing it down. And if you look at Verve, we can see that it's dropped 0.18%, and it's not looking great on the charts. There is nothing great about Verve here on the charts. IMATIX was down 2.69. It's looking very, very weak on the charts. Nothing much to talk about here. Well, friends, that's all I have got for today. I'll catch up with you again later on. Bye for now.